All right. Hello, everyone. We're doing this again. More Spearmaster. Very excited. So this from the last stream, I've learned some things. I have some experience. This might not be awful. I think that's the most I could say. Like a decent amount of attempts actually made it pretty far. Of course, I didn't finish a run, but considering that for Artificer, it was like very hard to even make it to Metropolis, and I knew that Metropolis would be the hardest area. For Spearmaster, I mean, the last three areas you go through, Sky Islands, Chimney, and Underhang, they aren't awful. I mean, they're pretty much just as bad as the rest of the run is. There's this kind of just this ambient difficulty. There's not really any particularly difficult spot. Except for maybe some parts of Precipice, if you consider the difficulty of the movement. But you can kind of like practice that a lot and get consistent at it. Also, I don't usually stream today, but I decided that I want to put a few more attempts at Spearmaster. I think we're good. It's actually in the right language this time. We're just going, same runs as last time. Oh, is the game gonna crash? That'd be consistency. No rocks there is a bit unfortunate. Also, I forgot to do the, well, I didn't have a boost, so that was actually, you know what? Oh, I forgot another thing. A big chunk of this run is talking to Moon. So Chinese does save time, just like scrolls faster. Yep, splits are there. That should be good. I still don't have splits. I forgot to put those up. But also, it's a little bit awkward actually knowing what the time is. I can't just use in-game time as a reference. I need to actually go and time it myself. Kind of a slow start. You can do this a lot faster if you get items at the start, instead of having to make the spears yourself. Start of the run is pretty straightforward up until the shelter and outskirts, really. That's where it really starts. Broke the roll for some reason. You would think that rolling is a consistent way to get over uneven terrain, but it's not completely consistent. It's strange. Sometimes you get stuck. I think it's just based on the position of your body. Can't really get that drop word. the fruit is protecting them. Centipede. Oh, it's a small one. I might have been able to throw twice very quickly to get Okay. If I was a little bit slower there, I could have been behind the pink lizard. I just didn't expect that. Wondering when I should go back to Cherry again. I streamed it for a little bit and then I got caught up in Rain World again. Like, wow, I'm focusing so much on Rain World now, I might as well keep going with that. Actually, just like any other game in general. I don't really know how I want to approach it. If I want to basically slowly ease in more and more other games aside from Rain World. So like every once in a while I'll do a stream of another game that isn't Rain World, and then over time the frequency of other games will increase until Rain World is replaced entirely in like a year or something. Or if I just want to say, all right, Rain World is done, time to do other stuff, you know? If there's ever a point where I feel like I'm done with Rain World. I don't think I want to do a sudden transition like that. Like, oh, now I'm no longer doing Rain World, I'm just doing something else entirely. I mean, as long as Rain World is interesting, I'm going to be doing streams of it. If I do anything Trey related, it's going to be continuing the Thorium run I was doing. And there's some other random games too that I want to check out. Nice. That's optimal. Yeah. It would be strange just to immediately get rid of it. Like, all right, I've done everything to do in Rain World. That's it. Maybe that's actually, like, right now would be a good time for that. Because I'm pretty much only doing speedruns. It's kind of hard to come up with ideas for, like, interesting things to do that aren't just, like, different speedrun categories. And so maybe, you know, I mean, all these streams that I've been doing recently have pretty much just been speedrunning some main category, right? So maybe that would be something, like, you know, maybe once or twice a week I do speedrun attempts, and then every other stream is actually something interesting. Not that Rain World isn't interesting, but I've already done so much Rain World stuff. You know? Is there any logic behind the colors of shinies? Or is it just like not the color that they originally are? Actually, I think that some real shinies are only like slightly different than the normal version. It seems like completely arbitrary. Mathematical. just look at the Pokemon and you're like, I guess this color would look interesting. There's a jump scare. There's usually a pink lizard around here that has killed me a few times. There's a drop egg. Okay, that worked out. It was like high, it was like really high up because that ceiling is really tall. So I knew I could just run past him. Oh boy. Sometimes I think it is worth killing the Scions because they are such an annoyance. They like to chase you quite far. So if you can deal with them, that means they're not going to be a problem for the next few rooms. If I could get up here before the Scion gets through. Pick up fine. Uh-oh. I might not be fine. Unless the Scion is interested in chasing me to the end of the world. Okay. That egg bug actually helped out there. No, I don't actually know much about how scavenger reputation works. I don't know if it's worth like being nice to them in the first few regions, if it makes it easier in the later regions, but I don't know if that spreads far enough. Like any reputation changes that I do in industrial, how much of an impact do they have on precipice, you know? It might be too far away. Bold words. Are you saying that because they normally just kill you anyway? It's a statistical thing, you know? The higher the reputation, the lower the chances of a deadly encounter. It's not like there's a point where you can get reputation high enough where they, well, until you get to max reputation, of course. Oh, okay. Well, I got pushed up. That, like, sometimes works. It's not consistent. Got me. That's a lot of noodle flies. Yeah, blue lizard. You got the right idea. That's the wrong idea. I mean, they're bringing me in the right direction. Yes, blue lizard, you suck. King bullshit. I was released for a split second there. Oh, I'm okay. I'm just dead. That sucks. So, potentially the best thing to do, if I find a scavenger who's been caught by a vulture or a lizard or something, and I save them from it, that might be enough of a reputation increase to actually make a difference. Because I don't have time to grab a pearl or something. Please. I have noticed some scavengers that don't try to attack me immediately, which is a lot better than Artificer, which is just always attack on sight. Yeah, the overseer also has a decent chance of getting a kill, especially on the wall. Quite difficult to reach that pole from a pounce like that. Centipede breakfast. I think Spearmaster experiences taste. The spear or tail? I think the spear is too disconnected for that to work. Well, yeah, probably. Well, normally, like, you know, if something tastes bad, you know, oh, don't eat this. But if... This is a really weird thing to talk about. If Spearmaster stabs something and it tastes bad, can you, like, uneat it? I feel like at that point, you know, you've already consumed the food completely. I mean, I don't think there's anything in the game that you can stab that, like, poison to. Or just in general, there's not really anything that's dangerous to eat. Except for, like, as Saint, you can't eat bat flies or a lot of things. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Mind me. Whoa, careful there. Someday I'm gonna try to do that and they're just gonna get up and bite me anyway. This is gonna be a problem. Oh, see, he tried it. Oh, it's bat flies. Gotta love bat flies looking like every other dangerous creature in the game. Dropwigs, white lizards, scavengers. Nope, it's just bat flies. I was actually pretty good in terms of creature encounters. I forgot what to do there. Hello? Welcome to the stream. That's a vulture. Oh, wow. See how he tried to, like, aim upwards to correct for the fact that I was jumping right then? I could get a mask there. Okay, what is going on? There's a king vulture in the last room, and now there's 2 king vultures in there. Yeah, I'm good. I don't like that guy. That's a scion. Down here. Or up here. I always say down here for some reason, no matter where I am. You would just see the bat flies moving through the pipe and like immediately throw a spear at them. But you guys are talking a lot. I can't read that much. Oh, hello, someone joined. Welcome to the stream. What are you doing? Actually hit them. Yeah, why is the sign all the way down here? Actually, down here. But also up here because they're on the wall. Favorite room in the run? This is probably one of the more difficult spots. Oops. Wow, that actually works. I'm amazed. I want another spear for backup. Not only that I hit the lizard, but that I stayed on the platform without falling. But what is this? Alright, everyone, come in. Uh-oh. See how much height I gained just by, like, jumping off of the lizard? I should not have lived that. It's bad. Oh, there's a lizard up there. Oh, that probably also means there's scavengers up there. Where are they running from the rain? There might be. I have to wait for them to pass. Or else I actually just die. I have done that several times before. They're scared of the rain right now, and this one's even injured. A little more than injured now. But if you're in their way, they just bite you automatically. I thought that was something else. Okay, I knew a strategy to get past that easily, and I forgot the strategy. There shouldn't be scavengers here. Whoa, that's a color. There's threat music. Oh, so they do show up. That's wonderful news. This mask is useless. I guess I could have brought up the lantern to see a little bit better here, but that's like not much of a difference. Whoops. Whoops. Okay, stop throwing. So I learned something. There are, in fact, at least scavengers up there. Okay, no food for me. I don't think it's too important to get that popcorn plant. I mean, I'm only sheltering once before getting to Moon. They're left me food anyway, so it probably doesn't matter at all. But I mean, it's probably less elites than there are normal scavengers, right? So even if there are elites there, it's like, I mean, there was only one elite when there's sometimes like 10 scavengers. Maybe that's an exaggeration. Hello? What are you doing? Okay, if you would like to not move, Pebbles, that would be nice. Thank you. Unless you get in my way. Like how he wiggles around. This music should have played a few minutes ago. Whoops, okay, I made a mistake there. I made another mistake. Am I really going through pebbles if there's not some major mistake along the way? How threatening. Sometimes that happens right there. I tried to pick up a rock or something. And because I pressed the grab button twice in a row, I swapped hands, which makes the pearl, or that puts the pearl on my throwing hand. So if I accidentally throw, if you're trying to pick something up like that, too high there. Why do you do that? Spearmaster best campaign. Oh, hello, Inspector. I actually really like seeing that Inspector here, because it means I can throw downwards as much as I want without any consequences. Yippee. Supposed to speed up there. Honestly, I think I really like anti-grav just because of the movement that you can do in the speedrun. The way you bounce off the walls and whoops, okay, never mind. Anti-grav sucks. Just being able to throw boost and like fling yourself around. It's a lot of fun when it works well. The main problem with zero gravity is when you mess up and you have to like spend like a minute just floating without any way to correct your movement. I mean, you could either get good at the zero gravity movement, or you could just never come here. There's no reason to, really. And one option is a lot easier than to optimize movement for like a single region in the game. Well, I guess two regions for Spearmaster. If you're a big fan of Spearmaster, or if you're doing the speedrun, then it's worth it. In every other situation, there's no point. Inspector, you're right there. I can't throw. Be safe around the inspectors. I assume you're referring to Saint and Artificer? Because Saint has like, or Spearmaster. Artificer. Artificer has really good zero gravity movement. It's a lot of fun, but it's really hard to even get into pebbles in the first place because you need 5 karma to enter from underhang. That's the only time you'd want to actually do that. So otherwise you, I mean, you want to go to Metropolis, right? So if you're already at the top of pebbles, why would you go down? The only reason you want to go through pebbles is if you're in underhang, you want to go up, but then you need 5 karma, which is hard to get as RD since there's no scavenger spawns in underhang. Well, they're very far away. And Saint technically, well, do I need to say anything about Saint spoilers? Saint has very limited zero gravity. Hitting the rot region is apparently a hot take, is it? I was never really a fan of that area. That's probably just because I really like moving fast as Rivulet, and the rot forces you to take it slowly. It's more like a puzzle platforming section where you need to like time when you jump, where you go to avoid the rot on the walls and stuff. But when I'm playing Rivulet, I'm just like, fast, go fast, you know? Okay, you guys are talking a lot. I cannot read everything. This round requires a lot of focus. I guess it's obvious. Hello. A lot of people joining too. Welcome to the stream if you've joined recently. Are you okay? I was afraid they were gonna wake up right when I pass them. Sometimes Droplegs really try to chase you down. Maybe they just try to chase down the nearest target. So if that happens to be you, then. Yeah. I could have saved that by getting food, staying in the shelter, going down and picking up the pearl, because I don't think it despawns. Like, the pearl would have come back. But I don't think I had enough food. Unless I stabbed the sign again. But then I would have had to take a shelter there. And then go back down. I feel like that was just too big of a time loss. Anyway. Why is everything in a different language? It speeds up the conversation with Moon. The text scrolls faster. Manual speedrunning sounds weird. In what way? Just like conceptually? It is weird. This game is very cool. Speedruns can be kind of awful sometimes. Unless you're referring to something entirely different. Hello, awful creature. Hello, awful creature too. Actually, not really that awful. Sometimes. I would have liked that lizard. Damn, they're in a really weird spot. Actually, I could probably do that instead. Should I make a Minecraft server? Everyone from the stream can join in. You know, before I started streaming a lot, I had an idea that a live stream would only be interesting if there's some amount of chat interaction. Because personally, when I watch live streams, they're kind of slow and boring. If I'm gonna watch a live stream, either I watch the VOD afterwards so I can skip around and like skip parts that I find boring, or only like watch the highlights, or if the live stream has some sort of interaction. Like if I'm watching the stream live, what can I do? You know. So I was thinking that, you know, when I stream, I want to have a lot of interactive things. I don't know what that really means, but maybe it would mean some multiplayer stuff. Which would be great. I'd love to do multiplayer in Rain World, but setting that up is a pain. And multiplayer is just kind of jank in general. Maybe I should get around to doing something like that. Could be interesting. What are you doing here? Also, I have no idea how to set up a server. There's other games where manual or multi. What? Other games where multiplayer is a lot easier. I mean, this community is pretty cool, right? You guys wouldn't grief redstone stuff, or in general. Oops, why did I do that? Thought of making a Discord. I have thought about making a Discord, but I don't know how involved I would be in it. Because I think the main reason I'd want to do that is so that you guys can just talk with each other more often. so that you don't have to wait for a stream. But I don't like I don't really like interacting with Discord servers. Give up my basement immediately. I guess maybe it's kind of nice to have these streams to like say, like, you know, when I'm doing the stream, that's when I'm talking to you all, and then when the stream ends, you know, that's it, you know. If I had a Discord, that kind of is like an open invitation, like, hey, you can talk to me whenever you want, you know. I kind of like keeping that contained to just a stream, you know, so I can, you know, have time by myself instead of like constantly interacting with people. I guess maybe if someone else would be interested in like making the server and like moderating everything. I need spears. I'll think about it. Thank you for being an egg bug and not a cyan lizard. I'm about to see a cyan lizard soon. They really do just attack the first thing they see. And he lost. Wow. Oh, okay, wow. That was almost perfect. And then cyan lizard. Boost. that. I'll take that too. Thank you. Can't wait to mess this drop up again. Remember when I was really consistent at it, and then I'm not. Oh. It's better. It's funny seeing all the drop wigs move into position. I wonder how exactly the drop wig decides which location it should perch from. Is it hard coded that they like that position? Or is it just because it's sort of a nice underhang that's close to where they spawn in? Lose it up here. Yes. I think they grabbed the rock from my hands. Take that. Yeah, let's game back up. Whoops. Okay, this is dangerous now. Yeah, that was awful. And they're going backwards. Yeah, so a lot of these runs are just dying in an industrial repeatedly. satisfying that would have played if I made it past industrial. You're not chasing me? Yes, they are. Wow, they're actually very slow. How long did it take them to get through that one room? Thank you. That's a very large centipede. There's this Minecraft server that I've played on a little bit, and I've made a few builds there. And I actually think that the process of getting materials kind of makes it more enjoyable. If it's creative mode, you just build it and it's like, well, I built it. But for survival, you know, it's actually kind of a whole journey of like, okay, what materials do I need? Where do I need to go to get the materials? What's the fastest way to get them? Is there any materials that I should make a farm to optimize the collection of? Or do I just need to go out and find where it is and collect it manually? Sometimes that might actually be more enjoyable than the actual process of building it. So the whole universe in Minecraft is a massive exaggeration. I think I might know what you're referring to, in which case they built a handful of like space-related builds, which is pretty cool. But not the entire universe. You could actually do something kind of like that if you use some sort of procedural. Well, actually, I mean, you're quite limited. You have to do it on like a 2D plane and scale everything down like crazy to fit in the world. There's like a bunch of data about like stars and like different like solar systems, so you could like maybe procedurally generate some of it. I mean, everything is basically just a sphere with some texture. Whoops. I need to kill this guy. Yes, 3 scions. Thank you. It's been a while. I've made it anywhere. Maybe this will take a very long time. Very happy about the runs I was able to get on the first stream. Well, I guess the first 2 streams actually. Actually, I finished a run on the first frame I did, but that was very cautious. I guess maybe the real problem is like trying to optimize it. You know, I kind of have this play style of just like go forward at all times, never slow down. That I do when I'm trying to get a world record. Obviously, if you want a good time, you need to be moving forward all the time, constantly making progress. But maybe that kind of play style is exactly what makes it so difficult in the first place. I mean, I guess that's obvious, right? Wow, if you like directly run into creatures, they're gonna kill you. This jump gets really consistent eventually. Is that really the only source of food here? I need something else. That works. Fortunately, quite slow though. Didn't even start the splits. I just noticed that. It's not like the splits are really useful anyway. Like, if I actually finished a run, I would have something to compare against, but it seems that my strategy for every single speedrun is just to do attempts until I finish a run, and then that run is the final thing I do. It's been a long time since I've actually like done several successful attempts in a row of a speedrun. If I were to do that of any speedrun, it would probably be Rivulet. Because that run is still unoptimal. Actually, every single speedrun I've done is unoptimal. There's like some big thing that can be improved. Hello. Welcome to the stream. I don't know when you joined actually. I might have been there for a while. kind of have wanted to go back to Rivulet every once in a while. Because it's a category that I put a lot of time into, and then I only did like one stream where I got a good attempt, and I was like, well, that's it. Category's over. That actually works somehow. I'm over here, you must go the other way to get me. Enough time for a lizard to show up. These guys are gonna come back into the pipe, aren't they? No? Hi. Why are they up there? But now the slug guy's here, so it's actually important. Wow, I made it past him. Hold up, I actually need to read this message. Feels the most optimized. Yeah, I mean, I guess the reason is because it is so optimized. Like just it's so optimized to the point where smaller mistakes make up a bigger chunk of like the run, you know. So you know, the more optimized a run gets, the more important small time saves are. So a mistake that loses like 10 seconds, like not really a big deal. But if everything else is perfect, suddenly 10 seconds is a lot, you know. So one like big mistake that I made in that run was in Shoreline. There's an area where you can jump out of the water with a refraction cell, and I messed up that jump several times, and the refraction cell deactivates, and I have to take the long routes, and the whole thing just takes a while. That's like one mistake to focus on in the whole run, but I'm thinking like I'd love to do another run that just fixes that mistake, you know, even if everything else is exactly the same. But also, there's a bunch of other tiny little mistakes here and there that I would like to fix. This sucks. This is really bad. Oh, thank you. And also, it's just a fun category. I never really got to play it too much because I finished the run so quickly. I did like 2 whole streams of Rivulet once I finished all the practice and optimizations. I spent way longer on Artificer, and I didn't even like Artificer. That's not true. Artificer's fun, but there's some problems with the campaign. No. That's true for every character. Just got your final downpour campaign, finish all the challenges, so decided to watch someone else play. And you chose this stream? Actually, there's like no one else playing Rain World while streaming it. So, welcome to the stream. Part of why I want to do these speedruns is because I look at all the other speedrunners and they aren't doing any streams. Like, where is everyone? I mean, it makes sense. It's been quite a long time, and a lot of runners are probably just bored of the game after doing speedruns for several months in a row. You get tired of it, and I've gotten tired of speedruns several times. It's also kind of why I've been changing categories so much. Like, usually people tend to specialize in like 1 or 2 characters. You're only playing Hunter or only playing Spearmaster. But I've been playing pretty much every character pretty evenly, except for Gourmand. I didn't really like playing Gourmand at any point. You know, it was only like a year ago when I actually started doing speedruns of this game at all. and I was watching top level runners, thinking, damn, they're really good at the game. I want to get to their level of skill. So I guess just play the game for like 9 hours a day for a whole year, or 9 hours a week. And specifically, like, doing and practicing speedruns makes a difference too. If you're just playing the game casually, doing whatever you want, you're not going to improve as much. It's the question mark campaign, /in/enot/paincat. I have not played that character, and I don't want to ever. Vulture. The ideal Spearmaster run involves You know what? I don't like that. The ideal Spearmaster run involves a Vulture showing up in that room and taking the mask from it immediately. I mean, considering what Karma Flowers are, Flycats also take drugs pretty regularly. You know, some people see me do speedruns like Artificer and think that I enjoyed the suffering. But I do enjoy when a game is this fun. Is that a crazy idea? It amazes me the kind of players that purposely try to make the game as miserable as possible. Like the kind of like Hollow Knight modders or Terraria modders who like making bosses as impossible as they can. Like, why are you guys doing this? Can't make the game fun instead? The Calamity mod in particular, and a few offshoots of it, are kind of obsessed with making it as awful as possible. I mean, I can't say too much about it because I'm not too familiar with any of the other mods, but Calamity itself has like 20 different difficulty options. To the point where you basically have to learn how to no-hit every single boss. The current world record holder of Spearmaster is one of those kinds of players who seems to only enjoy the game when it's like actively painful. Exomax. I don't like the Exomax. They're kind of awful. I think it'd be cool if you fought them one by one instead of all at the same time, because then it just becomes chaos. Like, did anyone spawn all 3 mech bosses at the same time? I think, yes, this is good boss design. Scorched Skies, 3 new Slugcats. I mean, maybe when the mod releases. I'm open to playing modded characters. Depends on what stage the mod is in. Like, if there's something to do, there's some sort of goal to work towards, then I'm fine with that. But if it's just like the character on its own in some other character's campaign, then it's not as interesting. Yeah, they made that an achievement, which you can easily do by over-preparing, by getting equipment from later in the game than when you're supposed to fight the mech bosses individually. Fighting all 3 mech bosses at the same time at that intended stage of progression is kind of awful. I guess I usually like when mods try to stick to the source material pretty well. And a lot of mods, especially Terraria, try to like change the art style or change the like way that bosses work. It just kind of feels out of place. Ooh, desert themed area. That's unique. I mean, there's the thing, that other like custom region. I forget what it's called. I mean, I have played Thorium on stream before. There's a reason I started with Thorium instead of Calamity. I just haven't gotten around to continuing that in a while. I kind of do. Oh gosh. I kind of still want to play Calamity on stream though, just to complain about it a whole bunch. I actually just immediately got forced out of that pipe. Please don't. Miracle. There's a white lizard there. Yeah, you want to get me? I don't like this. I almost had it, man. Okay, King Vulture, thank you. Actually, like to see you. Never mind, I don't like to see you. That was a pain. And there's more in here. That's fun. I'm getting the whiplashes again. Honestly, what kind of EI hop you get just depends on the day, you know? Sometimes you get the perfect ones and it's like, it's wonderful, you get to go really fast. Sometimes you don't get the eye hops at all and you just mess it up every time. Sometimes you get the whiplash and you go backwards. It's also a pain. The only post-similar boss I like is Yaron. I don't like Yaron. Actually, I don't know. Do I like any of the bosses? I don't know. Like, I like them thematically. I like their music. I just don't like the actual gameplay. Yaron is... the main problem I have with Yaron is the ridiculous amount of bullet hell. And, like, the bullet hell attacks that overlap with the charging attacks. So you're trying to... So, like, there's a billion fireballs on screen. You're trying to dodge them, and then Yaron, like, charges directly into your face. Like, how am I supposed to take my time and dodge these projectiles when there's a dragon approaching me rapidly, you know? Every single time that scenario happens, I don't know how to avoid it. The bullet hell on its own is fine. the dashing attacks are fine, but both of them overlapping each other just does not make sense. I don't know how you're supposed to dodge that. From the depths. I like how every single scavenger here doesn't have a spear. Makes it easier for me. Okay, this is very slow. I'm just gonna keep going anyway. I mean, the rot isn't known to be... Okay, what is this? The rot isn't exclusive to 5 pebbles. It seems to be a known thing within the iterator community. So another iterator with the rot wouldn't be completely unusual. But it would probably make sense for it to be very similar to the rot that we know. There's like depictions of the rot and like DLLs and graffiti in the background. And also when Puddles initially gets the rots, we hear from other iterators that they know what it is. They're like, oh, he got the rot. You know, they know what it is. It's not a completely unusual thing. They have a name for it already. So I think it makes sense for it to be like a well-known thing that can happen when an iterator messes up an experiment or some sort of mutation. Okay, well, I just can't do them. Hold up. Is it a normal thing for mods to add entire iterators? I know that Drought added Moon, right? Before Spearmaster? But that didn't have any rot. Lore-wise, oh, I don't like follow any fan. I guess it's, yeah, just fan fiction. Any like fan creations or lore stuff. I don't know any of that. But I do imagine that the raw is pretty rare. Like it's quite a surprise to hear that Pebbles has the rot. It's not like, oh, another iterator, you know. I guess I did give Hunter the rot. Hello, scavenger. Why are you all the way down here? I guess like the average iterator is pretty boring, right? Like they just there and like do like computations and simulations and stuff. And that's it. I mean, the only reason the story of Rainworld is interesting is because it takes place next to Pebbles and Moon, where stuff actually happens, you know. that's an outlier. It's not like every single. I mean, I guess if you're gonna make a story about an iterator, it'd probably be one that's interesting, right? You're not gonna make a story about an iterator where nothing unusual happens. Casual King Vulture. See, that's how you do it. Also, why are there King Vultures here? Like, just wondering. There's no scavengers in here. Do you think it's reasonable in a story about like super intelligent artificial intelligence, right? The whole point of the character is to be very, very smart. I mean, it's basically just a massive computer, right? Does it make sense in a story with that kind of character for them to make mistakes? Because every time I think of it, like, oh, there's some sort of conflict revolving around this mistake that this AI did, or this miscalculation or something, you know? But, like, surely this like hyper intelligent AI would like predicted that kind of event could happen, you know? I don't really agree with that logic. That any amount of, like... Oh, please don't. You suck. Having biological parts means that mistakes can happen. Because the whole point of a artificial intelligence is to get, like, computer parts to act in a biological way. To kind of simulate the structure of a brain in some sort of way. Like, artificial intelligence that do exist now also make mistakes because of the way that their training data works, right? If the training data has mistakes, then they're going to learn to make the same mistakes. But I think that maybe there's a point where it reaches some level of superintelligence where it's able to correct its own mistakes. So whether the computer or the biological parts make mistakes is irrelevant because they're able to correct themselves. I mean, like, even if you use some sort of AI now, like ChatGPT, you ask it to do something, there's a chance it messes up and makes some sort of mistake. But then if you ask about the mistake and you point it out, it is probably going to try to fix it. And if you make some sort of AI system that automatically checks for its own mistakes, then it becomes significantly more accurate. A neuron. No. Okay, I'm actually not paying attention to this run at all. I don't know why. I feel like I made a lot of mistakes. Okay, actually that does make sense. Like, it could be that Pebbles has been around for so long that the structure is literally falling apart and led to, like, incorrect judgments about the, like, experiments that he did. That's the whole problem with Moon. And basically the entire plot of Rain World. That's actually a fair explanation. Still don't like that. I feel like the dialogue that was added in like Spearmaster's campaign, I feel like it's not really fitting with iterators. I mean, what's probably happening is that the part of the iterator structure that is responsible for communicating and making those messages is not the same part of the structure that's responsible for actually doing the computations, you know, the simulations, the iterating. It's not like the entire structure is putting all of the effort towards a single conversation. Maybe the same kind of part of the structure that is responsible for communicating with the ancients. That's basically just like a way to communicate with the rest of the structure, you know? You can skip that. I don't think that being biological implies emotions. I mean, I guess I'm not entirely qualified to talk about this. I don't know much about how emotions actually work. But I'm pretty sure they're just something that evolves for the sake of social communication. Yeah, they show emotions, as in probably the part of the iterator that is meant for communication, but also learn emotions. The ancients probably wanted to communicate with a structure that's like relatable. But surely they would know to separate those emotions and the actual like decision making. If you're making a massive supercomputer to solve all of your society's problems, you wouldn't want them to have emotions influence their decision making. That's like that's what all the stories about like artificial intelligence going rogue are about how like emotions can mess with things. But I guess if you're like using humans as like training data for how an AI should act, then I guess it's also going to learn emotions. That's not too unusual. Okay, I'm sorry. I can't continue the conversation. I'm splitting my attention too much. Almost did it again. That blue loser. Can't wait to die here. Just one regular spider. Where is everyone? I'm like ready for the sound lizards and the spitter spiders. Okay, goodbye. Where are you going? There's nothing down there. I think actually, yeah, the iterators, the way the iterators act kind of do reflect some sort of emotion, considering like the increasing frustration of not being able to complete their task. That's like a big part of the story. Ooh, nice dodge, me. Okay, that's good enough. But you think that, you know, once they make one iterator, they can use that iterator to help them with the construction of the next iterator, avoiding the mistakes of the previous generation. And then now that they have a better iterator, they can use that to help the construction of the next, and so on until they improve exponentially. Unless that's what they did, and the first iterators really sucked. Because then, if you if you assume that theory is correct, then Pebble should be the most successful, or one of the more successful iterators, because they're like quite a late generation. Why do they always do that? Why are you here? Or maybe the ancients were so focused on trying to create the iterators for the sole purpose of finding the solution to the great problem that they didn't even bother trying to improve the design. Maybe like 99% of the iterator is designed to focus on the problem, and then like only the small percentage left is for anything else. Also, that was kind of dumb on my part. I feel like I need to like take a break or something. I can't focus on the game. I don't have anything unlocked. Damn, I feel like strong. I mean, I knew that, but I mean, I don't even know if headshots deal extra damage against Miros vultures or regular Miros birds. Most dangerous creature. Ooh. Damn. The heck? They're good. Damn, I suck. be... Damn, most powerful creature in the game. Spearmaster with 5 spears. Nah, I'd probably be Hunter. Or Artificer, since they can take them out of walls. Oops, I just changed the... I mean, unlike you sprint to an explosive one, doesn't it just shock yourself? The player is an iterator remotely controlling a slug cat. They're getting desperate. Maybe if the iterator has remote control over a slug cat, then when the slug cat ascends, then the iterator does too. That's probably gonna have a singularity bomb. Yeah, it's such a high chance in Sandbox. Why did the ancients do that? They all seem to be quite flawed. Alright, doing this more. Oh, the player is watching a slug cat. That's what you mean. Or are you referring specifically to sandbox mode, where the iterator's just like messing around, watching the Renorvis here? I mean, they probably do that kind of thing. Train slug gets to repair your structure, become immortal. Actually, they probably want to avoid that. Train slug gets to peacefully disassemble the structure in a non-painful way. Although that's probably there's some taboo against that. Hello, welcome to the stream. I kind of wonder if the taboo, like, how like far-reaching is it? Wow. Okay, that was counterproductive. Maybe it's just tech support. I guess it's not too significant since Pebbles is able to run the experiments with that particular goal in mind, right? It's not like the taboo prevented him from even starting the experiments in the first place. It's like GLaDOS. No one's able to figure out how to make an AI without a ridiculous amount of restraints and rules and ways to prevent them from unleashing their full potential. Alright. Just made a mistake, so I wasn't paying attention. Another thing about this part is that you have to pay attention even in the... Actually, I need to giant speed. Even in the gates and shelters, you need to be doing something. Well, maybe not really the shelters, but... Luckily the dropper wasn't mad at me. Man, that sucks. That's an annoying kind of situation. Yeah, but like, if the goal is to get the Sluggets to take apart the structure, would training Sluggets to achieve that goal go against the taboo? Okay, great. Take forever though. Yeah, they did have the idea of digging, which actually that assumes that or implies that the overseers are able to have some impact on the environment. But it's not a great solution because you need to dig a massive hole for every single iterator structure. not easily and widely applicable. Maybe that was their problem. They were trying to find the perfect solution when there was just a decent but not perfect solution just waiting to be found instead. Actually, they did find ways to ascend, but they just weren't perfect and they didn't meet all the requirements for perfect solution. And how this song is playing. You are convenient and annoying at the same time. Nice, that just barely hit both of those spears. Thank you. The funny thing is that even if the iterators did find a solution, they'd probably just use that solution to ascend all the ancients and then leave the iterator behind. I don't know if a solution would imply that it's also would be able to work on an iterator. Although Saints does work on an iterator, so. What if I could ever activate the drop way? If I just get close enough to them. Wrong way. I don't know why I did that. I mean, it's not impossible to imagine that plugets have been a part of iterator structures for a long time. If they were originally intended to clean pipes, then maybe you'd want a few inside an iterator to help clean things up a little bit. I don't like this. You had to wait. Oh great, I'm gonna be here forever. I don't even know what I did, but I hit the lizard. Alright, we have a traffic jam. That's why I hate this room. Don't enter. Hold up. I know it's in the middle of a run, but I'm gonna do something real quick that I forgot to do. That's immediately better. You are awful. Alright, I don't know what happened in this room. Not much. Yes. Yep, there it is. Okay, yep, it happened. Oh, great. The spear that's stuck in the wall messed me up. Goodbye. Alright, I'll go for this. Never mind. Actually, scavenger. Somehow, oh, never mind. Lizard. I do like this room. It has like a lot of alternate ways to go, so if there's a creature in the way, usually there's some way to get around it. I actually did that correctly. And there's a king vulture. I immediately shoot at this pipe. No, there's three king vultures. I forgot to start the splits. I think the idea of having like ancient or iterator names is a little bit silly. If you want to do that, go ahead, but I'm not interested. I think the idea of the ancients having a really bizarre naming scheme helps make make Rainworld feel more alien. Like it's a different culture that is very unusual. But trying to take that culture and like bring it into the real world, well, not really, but like, you know, on the internet. Internet usernames aren't too different. I mean, yeah, I can't say anything. Names are always very bizarre in every possible context. Oh, imagine a rain world, but that's the ancients culture. Like, the moment something is a name, you immediately stop caring about how bizarre it sounds. You're like, oh yeah, that's their name. You just get used to it. We're here again. Whoops. You don't go that way. Honestly, best solution to every lizard problem, just E-slide. I don't like this though. Hello, red lizard, I'm here. I was gonna say something, but I reconsidered. Oh yeah, that white lizard went backwards, which means that I don't know where they're gonna be. Oh. Okay, thank you for missing. This is very fast. actually really good way to get a mask. Uh-oh. That's scary. I have to get past this guy now. Okay. The music is so chill. Ah, yes. Very relaxing. Relaxing rain rolled ambience to fall asleep to. I think there's actually a video on YouTube where it's like an hour of relaxing rain rolled OST. And then at some point the like 5 Hebbles threat music starts playing or something like that. Ah, yes, very relaxing. Sound of unfortunate development. No throwables at all. Like, really. Ah, yes, the relaxing sounds of cancer. You know, I think the first Spearmaster run I did actually did use a vulture mask. There was a king vulture just sitting on the floor in chimney, and so I just took the mask immediately. Maybe it is worth going for. But in this case, just killing one elite is very easy. Way easier than a mask. Or, yeah, just a singular mask. Way easier than a vulture, especially since the mask just drops out of their hands when you kill them. Yeah, they'll play this weird, like, the relaxing music right now. You know, I have a question. A wondering. Why were the iterators built up so high in the first place? Like, the legs that support them are, like, huge. Like, they're way up above the clouds. It makes sense considering the rain, right? Go to put the structure, or the cities at the top of the structures, to have them above the clouds so that the rain isn't a problem. Were the first iterators not elevated? And then once they realized the rain would be a problem, they started building the legs. It's cool. Wow, this area is so easy when you're a vulture. Imagine the privilege being a vulture in Rain World. Oh, thank you. You just show up whenever you want, eat whatever you want. This lizard might be a problem. Ah, no, it won't. there still might be a vulture up here, which actually might also mean that there's scavengers up here. You know, it's way less likely, I feel like, these scavengers here compared to as Artificer. Oh, he was still alive. That could have been dangerous. IRL had an OST. It does. Every song that people create is part of the OST. Every song ever created. I could have got stun locked there. Doesn't play. You can make it play whenever you want. Kind of weird thing about this run being so long is that I don't even really notice when I'm getting far. Like, I'll die in Industrial and it's like, oh damn, I died in Industrial, and I reset. Then I'll die like after Moon in like Underhang and it's like, damn, I died because I reset. I don't really feel like it's that significant. Oh, I hate this stupid pipe. Please, just... Why am I going up? Thank you. Talking about iterators so much. Here's Pebbles. Look at the way he's moving right now. Oh. No, I was too slow. Okay, that's pretty easy. Nope, don't drop the pearl. Sorry. I didn't mean to. No. It's always in pebbles where I make the dumb mistakes. Or I guess it's just the zero gravity movement. Don't mind me. Yeah. And messing with those like those like red lattice structures, they probably feel that. I mean, well, feel might just be like they're aware that it's happening, but there's no sensation associated. It'd be weird if you could feel like all of your insides all of the time, considering how large the structure is too. I mean, moon reacts when you eat one of the neurons. Pebbles probably like can feel that. It's just like not nearly as significant, or maybe there's so many neurons it barely makes a difference. Maybe he's just bothered by the idea of a slug cat being inside his structure, and not really that it feels like anything. Like it's more of a status thing. Like the most like qualified engineers were allowed inside the structures, and some like cat is like roaming around inside. I had to go all the way over here, huh? Can't wait to lose the run to some random spider. The main threat here is a spitter spider and a slime lizard. This room has been annoying. Yeah, that's just about the worst place to fight a lizard. I can do one more run. I mean, I feel like he's just like more irritated in general because of the rot. Alright, see ya. Thanks for stopping by. Nice roll. Mask kind of took care of everything else. Oh, Metropolis. Oh, thank you, stream. Yeah, I did say I disconnected for a second. How much of what I just said did you guys actually hear? None of it? Great. I was saying that I might want to space out Spearmaster runs more. Oh, nice dodge, dude. I'll try to dodge that then. Because it feels like Spearmaster runs seem to just take more focus. It's hard to stay like, to concentrate on this for like an entire stream. Especially 2 streams in a row. I feel like when I was doing Artificer, it was actually kind of easy to do the run, because it was basically just like run forward, double jump. That was it. And, you know, once you got to Metropolis, okay, that's the time to focus. You need to pay attention to the scavengers. But I feel like for Spearmaster, you need to be paying attention all of the time. Picking up like spears and rocks on the floor, being prepared for lizards to show up at any moment. Looking for drop bugs, looking for scavengers, like you always need to be paying attention. And even in like Pebbles, where it should be easy, you know, Pebbles should be an easy region because there's nothing dangerous, but there's plenty of opportunities to mess up your movements, to accidentally drop the pearl. You constantly want to be looking out for rocks and spears to pick up and throw boost with. I think it's kind of exhausting. And all this while trying to look at the chat at the same time. Maybe now would be a good time to do some other games too. Interlace speedrun streams with just other games. Remember to take out 2 spears in this gate. Nice backflip. Be careful here. Alright, there's the lizards. I was waiting for them to show up. No. This jump is really causing a lot of problems. If I'm not able to make it through there quickly, then I have to deal with the lizards. Oh, okay, run's over. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like maybe there's just a handful too many lizards in Industrial. Just maybe. Especially, what else is there? Like the blue lizards, I guess the larger lizards can eat. There's some centipedes, I think. Okay, now is the time where the stream starts to die, so it's telling me to stop. We've done this run too much. Now the stream will fall apart. Hey dude, you want to donate your mask? It's for a good cause. Yeah, that speedrun. Did he give up after 1 spear? Oh gosh, King Vulture brought in his friend. Eventually, it had to work out, right? With enough spear throws, one of them had to deal damage. That first rock early. I think this is a satellite. Sounds familiar, maybe. It's gone now. I love when rooms have like alternate paths. Just some way you can go to like avoid a creature, as opposed to like a one-way where this is there's some rooms where there's like a single path that you need to go through, and if there's a creature in the way, then you're kind of done for. Should have done an E-slide there. Whatever. Alright, see ya. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, that's wonderful. Some of that, like, partially worked out, partially didn't. Okay, I didn't want to fall, but luckily I grabbed onto the pole, so it's... they're holding something. What are you doing? You have a lizard. I don't need a vulture mask now, sorry. That's kind of morbid. Like a salesman that like sells their own body parts. A vulture shows up, they're like, hello, be like a mask. And like, here, you can take it off yourself with a spear. Oh, I like the way that sounds. That's actually like worst case scenario. Oh gosh, I'm really throwing. So theoretically, I can stream for another like 10 hours. It will stay the whole time. I can keep you trapped here forever if I really want. This could be bad. Okay, wow, instant death. I thought they would have stopped to try to grab me with their tongue. It's annoying. Is this the only time you touch water in the whole run? I don't think there's any other underwater movement. I mean, underwater movement as in, like, basically a cutscene. Every stream has a different shape. I can see this graph of how many viewers there are over time. Usually a common shape is kind of this, kind of like a bell curve. Like it goes up in the middle of the stream, then it goes back down. So it's low, high, low. Sometimes it's like a upward curve the whole time, which is kind of annoying because the most viewers are when I'm about to end the stream. Like, hey guys, thanks for showing up. I'm ending now. Goodbye. It makes sense for this to be the shape of the speedrun streams, because they're not very interesting. You get the idea of what the speedrun's like in like 10 minutes, and it's like, well, it's just more of this. scary. Let me get out of here. Oh, the rank lizard took the centipede. I think this will be the last run, regardless of how it ends. Boy, more industrial. I tried to switch hands. I guess I didn't do it correctly. Hey, egg bug. This egg bug is acting as the prey item for like 20 different lizards. I guess the drop hook too. Good job. Even though the lizards and drop hook onto each other. Okay, this pipe is way too short. There's like no indication at all when the lizard is going through. I'm dead. Well, that's unfortunate. I want to look at that again to see how much time I had to react. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on. This is weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, you like are barely able to react to that, and the color that it flashes is light blue, which blends in nicely with the white. Okay, I don't think you really caught the stream because I'm actually ending right now. Welcome anyway. I didn't really get any good runs today. I mostly died in Industrial over and over again, and I did make it past Pebbles a few times, but it's rough. I'm probably going to take a small break from Spearmaster. Potentially play some other games. I'll see about that. I will try to do some Spearmaster runs regularly though. I still do want to get this time, at least finishing a run, you know. It's very possible, but I think I need to, honestly, I just need to get better at dealing with lizards. Just if I'm in a room with a slime lizard, how can I deal with that lizard, you know? And quickly. That's honestly the main thing I need to improve. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. See ya.